Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Well, the Sephora sale is just over and I got so many great things, one of which I'm super excited to try. Today from Charlotte Tilbury, we have the Instant Eye Palette, Smokey Eyes Are Forever. Ooh. Let's face it, did I need another eye palette? Nope. Did I really want this one? Yes. And I wasn't willing to pay full price for it because she's pricey. She's $75. Now listen, we all know one of my favorite palettes of all times is the Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. This I have loved over and over, and actually I'll never stop loving it, but she's $53. So the idea of spending $75 on this was a little bit painful, but because I was able to use my Rouge status discount, I was able to save 20%. So what is that? 15 bucks. So I got it for $60, which is much more reasonable. I mean, it's still pricey though. When did $60 become reasonable? What is wrong with me? I know you want to see me play with this palette, so sit back, get comfy, and let's play with some color. And to those of you who are new to my channel, hello, I am Jennifer Scott. Thank you so much for joining me. What you're going to find here is a little bit of shit show and a little bit of a girl who just loves playing with all things hair, skin, and makeup. So if that's something you're interested in, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe. There's a whole lot of mess for you to go through. All right, friends, let's jump into this. My whole face is done except for my eyes, obvi. I have opened this several times and just stared at it. Now, right off the bat, I mean, you can see I've already got my dirty little fingerprints on it. Now, to me, this is a little bit underwhelming. I mean, it's a plastic palette. I'm not super in love with the quality of the actual component. It does have her signature sunburst Art Deco style, which I love. All of her products usually look so glamorous. I'm just a little underwhelmed by this. Hopefully the product inside will overwhelm me. Now, right off the bat, there's this little plastic protector. I love these. I actually always keep them to cover up the mirror because I don't like the shadows getting all over the mirror. But it just says all the way across 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Dropped it. And under each 1, 2, 3, it just says Prime, Enhance, Smoke. So each color story has its own title. There's Love Eyes, Power Eyes, Happy Eyes, and Confident Eyes. Now, as much as all these colors speak to me, today I'm going to do the green section because I don't have green shadows. That was one of the main reasons why I wanted this palette, because this whole like green story really spoke to me. I have these other colors. Of course, you've seen me use them. The idea of having all of them in one palette, lovely. I love her formula. You all know that. But this green, that's what we're doing. We're going to have Power Eyes. Now, I've already primed my eyes and I've set them with a little bit of powder so they are ready to go to accept all these other gorgeous colors. I think I'm going to swatch a couple of these shades just so I can give you guys an idea of how pretty they are. All right, so I'm going to do shades 2 and 3 from Love Eyes. Here is shade 2. Here is shade 3. Come on. Then from Happy Eyes, here is shade 1. Oh my God. Here is shade 2. Sweet Jesus. Oh, and here is shade 3. I mean, is everyone with me? Are those gorgeous or what? And then from Confident Eyes, I'm going to give you shade 1 and shade 2. Because honestly, the black one, who cares? The black's going to be good. This looks like it might need a little work, but it's a pretty shade. And for today's look from Power Eyes, here's shade 1. This is shade 2. Sweet Jesus. And shade 3. Oh my God. Is this giving anyone else glamour camouflage vibes? I mean, is that a thing? Glamo camo? All right, let me just call out the giant elephant in the room, my crazy hair. I'm trying out some new hair products for an upcoming video. So y'all are just gonna have to grin and bear it and maybe see what I think in next week's video. And I'm going to apologize up front because I am going to have a little bit of an erratic schedule uploading. It's that time of the year and I am busy like all of you are. So I apologize if I'm not getting up 2 videos a week. It's been a chore to get that done lately, so I'm just telling you up front, it's still going to be a chore. But I love doing it, so I will be doing my best to get up Friday videos. I will definitely be getting up Wednesday videos. Friday, that's always the wild card. All right, so shade 1 under my brow bone, just to have that little highlight area for the beginning of my look. This hair, seriously, One of my favorite brushes is actually from Charlotte Tilbury. I just love how stubby this is, and I love using it for the outer corner. I just think it puts on the perfect amount of product. So I'm going in with the prime shade from our Power Eyes, and I'm going to go on the outer corner and just place it there. I mean, how easy is that? I mean, that's some pigment payoff. That's exactly what I was hoping for. I'm going to bring it up into the crease a little bit, and then I'm going to get a fluffy brush. Let's use this one here from, is this my Wayne Goss brush? No, this is my Scott Barnes brush, and I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, so that blends like a dream. Come on, how pretty is that? I do not have any color like this in my collection whatsoever. Ooh, so far I'm impressed. You know what? I always worry when I buy a palette that I'm like, oh, what am I gonna get? Well, I should have known. I just should have known. I mean, I love my Pillow Talk palette. Why wouldn't I love this one? All right, I'm gonna go in with this flat brush on this green shade here for the center of my eyelid and just going over the color where we put down. Oh my God. What? I am getting some fallout. Good thing I'm powdered. I'll be able to wipe it away. Woo. This color? Are you seeing this? Oh my God. All right, let's just take it all the way in. Let's be that girl. All right, now I'm just gonna go back in with the previous brush. I didn't put anything on it, and I'm just going to blend those two together so there are no harsh lines. We just want a nice blend. Well, that blended out easily. Holy. So this last shade here is the Smoke shade. What am I gonna do with that? I think I'll take this tiny little brush here, and I'm just going to go over the top area here and then bring it around down where I had laid the initial color. So I just want, obviously, the smoke to be smoked out on top. I'm gonna pull this out to the edge of my eyebrow. I might have to clean up with a little concealer, but it's worth it. And then I'm just gonna pull it in a little bit. I'm not putting any extra product on. I'm just smoking it out. All right, now this is not a color combo that I normally use, but I'm in love. Like, why haven't I used Camo Glamo before? Is she bringing some drama? She is, and she ain't mad about it. I do think I'm gonna go into this shade here in the Love section, and I'm just going to put it on the center of my eyelid, just for a little brightness. It is a little more pink than than it seems in the pan. I mean, it seems pink, but it just seems a little pinker. Oh, but that's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Now, is this a more dramatic eye than I normally do? It is, but I'm totally fine with that. I mean, the holidays are here. I'm gonna want a little drama eye every now and then. I'm actually gonna take that pink shade and just put it in my inner corner here. Oh, bam. Seriously. Hello, madam. All right, let's just take a little bit of it and just go right under my brow. Oh, there's no going in with just a little bit. She is here and she wants to be seen. My husband's gonna be like, lady, you look crazy. And I'm gonna be like, I love looking crazy, mister. All right, I'm gonna finish off this eye look and I will be right back. And you know what? I changed my mind. I really wanna see what this combo looks like, so I'm gonna do it on my other eye. I'm not going anywhere, who cares? All right, I've cleaned off my little brush. I'm going to take this shade here on the outer corner, just like I did on the other eye. It's actually more purple than I expected. Doesn't look as purpley in the pan. All right, let's blend with my Wayne Goss. All right, so this shade here, it's just a little more patchy. Let's put a little more on, deepen that up. There we go. And just bring it into the crease a little more. I mean, this palette is called Smokey Eyes Are Forever for a reason. lest I forget. I like this shade. It's like a smoky purple, which I didn't quite realize when I was looking at the pan. It seemed like a little more, had like a little more brown in it, but it doesn't. It's really a very cool toned purple. You know what? Let's just take a little bit of that under the lash line here. I should have done that on the other side, but I forgot. I'll get back to it. All right, now this pink, I could literally just go with my finger, but I'm gonna go with this Westman Atelier brush right here and just pack it on the lid and see what happens. I'm actually gonna go over that purple shade and see what happens. Yeah, that's really cool. So let me show you here. We get the total pink effect right here, our nice, pretty pink right there, which is gorgeous. She's gorgeous, no doubt about that. But going over this purple area over here, it changes, the pink changes its tone and gets deeper. That's what the underlying purple shade does to it. That's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. I don't do purple pretty much ever. I'm gonna have to start. Now I could have used the black shade on the outer corner, but I wasn't feeling that today. I might just use that to line a little bit because I want to see if it's going to transfer to my upper lid. I think most of you know by now that I love using black shadow as a liner, but if it transfers to the upper lid, then you're dead to me. So I want to know how this one's going to perform. And then I will of course use this here for my inner corner highlight because, well, I did that on the other side. Now this one here I'm going to keep under the brow bone in this nice neutral matte shade. All right, then my favorite little smudger brush, I'm going to go into the black shadow and use it, hopefully, as a liner. Yeah, that's working out really nicely. I mean, her eyes look crazy, but they're pretty. All right, I think I'm gonna go back into this pink shade just on the tip of my brush and just go under my lash line, just for a little more drama. All right, I'm gonna put some lashes on and I'll be right back. All right, so eyes this dramatic call for a dramatic mascara, so I used my Bite Upswing Full Volume blah, 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 and it did just the trick. Now, would false lashes be even better? Probably, but I'm not in a falsy kind of way most days. I actually did buy some falsies at the Sephora sale, so you might be seeing them in the future. But for right now, here's the funny thing. Even though I have two different eye looks going on, I think it's fun. I would actually maybe do this for an evening out. I think it is really fun having the two different looks. And it's like the best of both worlds. I didn't intend for this to happen, but what do you think? Would you ever do this? Would you ever do two different eye colors? Or do you already do this and you didn't tell me? I know, this hair's crazy. All right, I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm gonna be using this palette a lot more. Is it a little more dramatic than I normally do? Yes, but it's so great to have something like this on hand because I do want drama looks now and then. However, I bet I could make some nice pared down looks with it too. I mean, after all, we have a bunch of matte shades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes, which could easily make a very beautiful, kind of natural, smoky, not so drama look. But today I am here for the drama. And my hair, she's also here for the drama. Hi friends, I decided to pop back into this video a day later because after I had finished my makeup, I went downstairs. My husband looked at me and he was like, ooh, that's a dramatic eye. And I was like, well, yes, it's a smoky eye palette. It is a very dramatic palette. And then I thought to myself, you know what? It's also a very usable, wearable, everyday palette. However, when I pulled off those smoky eyes, that looked very glamorous. It did not look everyday. So I want to show you how I can use these colors so I can have an everyday look. I mean, if you're going to spend $75 on this, you don't want it to be for your occasional nights out. You want to be able to use it all the time. So let me show you. All right, so I've already primed my lids. I'm going to go in with this lightest shade here all over my lids. All right, so since I've already used Power Eyes and Confident Eyes for my glamour looks, I'm going to show you how those same two palettes can also be a much more everyday wearable. The biggest thing you need is a fluffy brush. Your smaller, more densely packed brushes are really going to lay down the pigment. And if you use like a flat brush, like either of these here, they also pick up a lot of pigment and they will put it down exactly where you place it. and that is going to give you like the wow. So we don't want so much of a wow, we want more of a ooh. All right, let's ooh this eye up. Okay, so for the green, I'm gonna go back in again with this very kind of taupey shade. And because I wanna be much more natural, I'm only gonna take a little bit on the outside corner and just a little bit up into the crease. No big deal. Like literally, that's all I need to do. Now I'm just going to blend it out a little bit more. I'm not going to add any more to my brush. Boom, that is it, no mas. Well, maybe just take it under the lash line a little bit. All right, because I don't want the super glamorous eye, I'm only going to use one of the two shimmers. And of course, I'm going to go into this very green one because I love it. Now I'm going to use a fluffy brush. I'm going to put it on the brush, obvi, and then I'm going to put it on the back of my hand because I don't want to get too much of this onto my eye. So I'm going to tap it off onto my hand, and then I'm going to go in very gently right in the center of my eye, going out towards the corner a little bit. And you see it picked up a lot less pigment, and especially tapping it off on the back of my hand. And now I can just bring whatever's left into the inner corner. You see, nice and light, but there's still that lovely punch of green. Now for me, I think that is just fine. However, I do want to just soften it a little bit, so I'm going in with a clean brush, and I'm just going to go over that green shade and just diffuse it a little bit. Pretty. Now, to just take it down a little bit more, I'm going to take a tiny brush back over this basic, I don't even know, vanilla shade, and I'm going to put it just in the center of my eye. So it's going to give me the brightness I want without adding any more shine. And then going over that with a smaller, clean brush, I'm just going to blend that in, and boom, I have the brightness, but I don't have the sparkle and shine. I do, however, need the sparkle and shine in the inner corner, so I will be using this champagne shade. I only need a tiny bit of this because she is a lot. Just a little bit. You see that? That's a little bit. And I'm just gonna dab it with my finger to make sure she stays put. All right, now I wiped off my brush and I'm gonna go back into this neutral shade here. Just go under the brow bone. Even though I had already gone up there, I just wanna make sure that that area is highlighted. Same thing for the other eye. I'm going into Confident Eyes. I'm gonna use the matte shade. It is a deep shade, and I found it to be a little bit patchy, so we want to be careful. That's why putting down my primer and then going over the top with that neutral powder first will help it hopefully not be as patchy. But let's just gently put it on the outer corner. Now see, I tapped it off and it's like it tapped it all away. Okay, there we go. Now I only need a little bit of this. And I'm going to take this clean blending brush and I'm just going to blend that out because I don't need any more of that pigment, but I do want to diffuse it and move it around a little bit. All right, and with another clean fluffy brush, I'm going to go into the pink shade here. And you can see it picks up a lot of pigment. So again, on the back of my hand, it'll pack it into the bristles a little bit, but it'll also knock off any extra because I don't want to be crazy with it. And I'm going right in the center, going back and forth, and I'm going to take it out a little further onto the edge because I actually want to go over that deeper color, and then I'm going to bring it all the way into the inner corner. So that was not a lot of powder I had there, and I'm going to go in one more time on the back of my hand and then just going over because I really like this shade of pink. I just don't need it to be super pow. All right, and I'm going over all of this matte shade, not because I want it to, you know, sparkle up or anything like that, but because I want it to take on more of the pink tone than I do this, whatever, I don't even know what this color is here. It's kind of a brown with a little bit of a purple in it. All right, now I'm literally just going to blend it all over the eye. Just spread that bitch out. Don't worry about it, it's fine. And then one more time with a little bit of this lighter shade, I'm gonna go in the center of the eye for the brightness. And then I'm just gonna blend it in a little bit. Now this side, I didn't go underneath the eye with whatever was remaining in my brush from this deeper shade here because I didn't want to like over smoke it. But you can see right there, a very natural wearable eye. Oh, inner corner highlight, tiny little bit. Ding, that's all. just the tiniest little bit. All right, I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner in my waterline and some mascara, and I will be right back. All right, there we have it. So I took the exact same shadows and I have lighter, easier versions for every day. Tell me what you think. I mean, yeah, I look crazy with 2 different shades on, but whatever. I do have to go to the mall though. Think anyone will notice? There you have it. This palette can be a Glamorama or you can have it for every day. I love it. I am so thrilled to have these in my collection. The fact that they are like, you know, so like pack-a-punch, that allows you to use a lot less product. So even though this is super expensive, it is a good value for the money. Thank God I saved 20%. All right, friends, that is all I have for you. I want to thank you so much for watching me. If you enjoyed this tutorial, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button so you can come back and see more of what a disaster I am. Honestly, it doesn't get any better than this. All right, friends, I want to thank you so much for being with me, and I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you real soon. Mwah!